In the heart of the South Pacific, scattered across a vast expanse of brilliant blue ocean, lies an archipelago of more than 300 islands. They are volcanic peaks, draped in emerald rainforest, ancient coral atolls fringed with white sand, and fragments of a world where the rhythm of the tides is the only clock that matters. This is a land of profound, vibrant beauty and a quiet, enduring spirit. These are the islands of Fiji. From the vantage point of a frigate bird soaring on the trade winds, they appear as jewels cast upon a turquoise cloth, remote, serene, and seemingly untouched by the frantic pace of the modern world. The quality of light here is different, a warm, golden luminescence that filters through palm fronds and makes the shallow lagoons glow with an impossible vibrancy. The air itself feels soft, thick with the scent of salt, damp earth, and the sweet fragrance of frangipani blossoms. But to look closer is to discover a complex and deeply connected society, one that has woven its existence into the very fabric of this bountiful yet demanding environment. This is a story not of isolation, but of a deep and abiding connection to the ocean that provides, to the land that nurtures, and most importantly, to the people who call this place home. This is the story of the quiet life in Fiji. Life in Fiji is shaped, governed, and defined by a rhythm that is at once gentle and resilient. It is a pace dictated not by deadlines and schedules, but by the rising of the sun, the turning of the tides, and the steady, dependable cycle of the seasons. The Fijian people have a deep and innate connection to the elements. The sun is not just a source of light, it is a life-giving force that ripens the fruit and warms the sea. The rain is not an inconvenience. It is a blessing that nourishes the taro patches and fills the rivers. This profound acceptance of nature's authority has cultivated a national character of immense patience, a deep-seated sense of community, and a genuine, infectious warmth that is extended to family and strangers alike. The nation is home to just under 1 million people, scattered across just over 100 of the inhabited islands. This creates an atmosphere of pervasive intimacy and familiarity. In the villages that dot the coastlines of larger islands like Viti Levu and Vanua Levu, and across the more remote archipelagos of the Yasawas and the Lau group, anonymity is a foreign concept. Society is built around the village, the fundamental unit of Aitauke, or indigenous Fijian life. Here, a collection of simple homes, a community hall, and a church are arranged around a central green, or rara. Everyone knows everyone, connected by a complex web of family ties, shared responsibilities, and a history that stretches back for centuries. Life moves at a human pace, unhurried, deliberate, and deeply mindful of the connections that bind the community together. The daily rhythm of Fijian life is anchored in the bedrock of family and community. The day often begins before the sun has fully risen, not with the sound of an alarm, but with the crowing of a rooster or the gentle lapping of waves on the shore. The air is cool and fresh. In the villages, the morning is a time of quiet activity. The smell of wood smoke hangs in the air as the first cooking fires are lit. The men might be preparing their boats for a day of fishing, their quiet conversation mingling with the sound of their work as they check their nets and load their gear. The women are often the first to stir within the home, tending to the cooking fire, sweeping the compound with handmade brooms, and preparing the family for the day ahead. Breakfast is simple, perhaps fresh fruit or leftover root crops from the previous night's meal. The family unit, or toka-toka, is the cornerstone of Fijian society. Homes are often simple structures, traditionally known as buures, designed for the tropical climate with open windows to catch the breeze, but they are sanctuaries of warmth, laughter, and togetherness. It is common for multiple generations to live under one roof or in a shared family compound, creating a powerful and resilient support network. Grandparents, or tubu, play a vital role in raising the children, passing down stories, traditions, and a deep sense of cultural identity. They are the keepers of the family's history, the living link to the ancestors. Children grow up with a profound sense of freedom and security, with the entire village as their backyard and a wide circle of aunts, uncles, and cousins as their guardians. This inherent closeness fosters a powerful sense of collective responsibility known as kera. This is a system of communal sharing, a foundational pillar of village life. It is an unspoken understanding that one can ask a relative or neighbor for something they need, be it food, money for a school uniform, or help repairing a roof, and the request will be fulfilled without any expectation of immediate repayment. It is not seen as charity, but as a fluid system of sharing resources within a large, extended family. This deeply ingrained social contract is based on trust and mutual support, ensuring that no one in the village goes without. This spirit of interdependence is not a choice. It is the fundamental principle that has allowed Fijian communities to thrive in these remote islands for generations. Tradition in Fiji is not a relic of the past. It is a living, breathing, and integral part of the present. The Aitauki culture is the soul of the nation, a deep, resonant chord that runs through its ceremonies, its social structure, and its daily interactions. At the heart of this culture is a profound respect for hierarchy and tradition. The village chief, or Turaga Nikoro, holds a position of immense authority and is responsible for the well-being of the community. Deference to chiefs and elders is a cornerstone of the social fabric, a sign of respect that is taught from a very young age. This respect is most vividly expressed in the sevusivu, the formal presentation of a gift, most commonly yakona or kava. Kava is a mildly narcotic drink made from the powdered root of a pepper plant. It is the social lubricant of Fiji, a central element in welcoming visitors, marking important occasions, and resolving disputes. The kava ceremony is a solemn and highly ritualized affair. Participants sit in a circle on woven pandanus mats, and the kava is mixed with water in a large wooden bowl called a tanoa. It is served in a polished coconut shell cup or bilo, first to the chief or guest of honor. Before accepting the cup, the recipient claps once with cupped hands, a sound known as the kobo. They drink the entire contents in one go, and then everyone claps 3 times. The ceremony continues, with others served in order of rank. To witness the ceremony is to feel the pulse of an ancient and deeply respected tradition, a powerful, unifying experience that reinforces social bonds and connects the present to the past. This powerful oral tradition is also expressed through storytelling, music, and dance. The Meki is a traditional performance that combines dance, song, and theater to tell the stories of legends, historical events, and important cultural traditions. Men often perform strong, athletic dances, sometimes with spears or clubs, their movements powerful and synchronized. Women's dances are graceful and fluid, their movements telling a story with their hands. There is an immense and quiet pride in this cultural heritage. It is seen in the intricate patterns of tapa cloth, made from the bark of the mulberry tree, and in the fine weaving of mats, which are considered items of great value and cultural significance, often presented at weddings and funerals. It is a vibrant, personal expression of a culture that has steadfastly maintained its unique identity in a rapidly changing world. The land and the sea have always been the great providers for the Fijian people. For centuries, the economy was built on a foundation of subsistence agriculture and fishing, and this rhythm of life still dictates the pace in much of the country. In the fertile river valleys and volcanic hillsides of islands like Viti Levu and Taveuni, families tend to their farms, growing staple crops like taro, cassava, and yams. These are not large-scale commercial operations, but small family-run plots that provide food for the household and a small surplus to be sold at the local market. The local market is the vibrant heart of the Fijian economy. It is a kaleidoscope of color, sound, and activity. Here, farmers from the interior, known as the highlands, bring their produce, piling it high in carefully arranged displays of green leafy vegetables, bright red chilies, and knobby ginger roots. Fishermen from the coastal villages lay out their morning's catch: gleaming tuna, colorful reef fish, and fresh crabs. It is more than just a place of commerce, it is a social hub, a place to meet friends, exchange news, and connect with people from different parts of the island. In the modern era, the Fijian economy has diversified, with tourism becoming the undisputed backbone of the national economy. The pristine beaches, coral reefs, and warm hospitality of the Mamanuca and Yasawa Islands attract visitors from all over the world. This has created jobs in hotels, restaurants, and tour operations, providing a vital source of income for many families. However, this reliance on tourism creates a complex dynamic. It provides economic opportunities that are scarce in many remote areas, but it can also lead to a dependence on a volatile global industry. For many who work in the resorts, it means long hours and time away from their villages, a trade-off between economic gain and cultural life. For many who live on the outer islands, far from the main tourist hubs of Nadi and the Coral Coast, life continues much as it has for generations. Small-scale fishing and the production of copra, or dried coconut kernel, remain the primary sources of income. It is a life of immense self-sufficiency, but also one of limited economic opportunity, a constant and delicate balance between the preservation of a traditional way of life and the desire for the conveniences of the modern world. Fijian food is a direct and honest reflection of the landscape. Simple, fresh, and deeply connected to the bounty of the land and sea. The cuisine is built around what can be grown in the village garden or caught in the nearby lagoon. Seafood is, naturally, the undisputed staple. A freshly caught fish, grilled over an open fire or steamed in coconut milk with local herbs, is not just a meal, it is a taste of the place itself. Another delicacy is kokoda, a dish of raw fish marinated in lemon or lime juice and mixed with coconut cream, onions, and chilies. The diet is rich in root crops. Cassava and taro are the cornerstones, often boiled and served simply, providing a hearty and filling base for the meal. Coconut is the other essential ingredient. Its milk used to enrich sauces, its flesh grated as a condiment, and its oil used for cooking. A popular dish is ruru, taro leaves stewed in coconut milk until they are tender and rich. Tropical fruits are abundant, with mangoes, papayas, and pineapples providing a sweet and refreshing counterpoint to the savory dishes. A cherished method of cooking, reserved for special occasions, is the lovo, or earth oven. A pit is dug in the ground, lined with stones, and a large fire is built. Once the stones are white-hot, parcels of meat, fish, and root vegetables wrapped in banana leaves are placed on top. The pit is then covered with earth and left to cook for several hours. The result is a smoky, succulent feast, a slow-cooked meal that is as much about the communal effort of its preparation as it is about the food itself. Meals are almost always a communal affair. The family gathers together, often sitting on mats on the floor, sharing food from a common bowl. It is a time for connection, for sharing the day's stories, and for reinforcing the bonds of family. Hospitality is a sacred duty, and a visitor will always be offered a share of whatever food is available. At its core, Fijian food culture remains rooted in the home and the community. A shared meal, featuring ingredients that were caught or harvested just a stone's throw away, remains the truest and most authentic taste of the islands. To truly understand Fiji is to understand its nature. The landscape is not a passive backdrop. It is an active, powerful force, a constant and awe-inspiring presence in daily life. The islands are a world of dramatic contrasts. The interiors of the larger islands are mountainous and rugged, covered in a thick blanket of tropical rainforest and carved by rivers that tumble down to the coast in a series of spectacular waterfalls. The air in the forest is thick and humid, alive with the sound of insects and the calls of native birds. This environment does not just invite exploration, it is the foundation of life itself. The forest provides timber for building, medicinal plants, and a habitat for the unique wildlife of the islands. The rivers provide fresh water for drinking and irrigation, but it is the ocean that truly defines the Fijian way of life. The islands are surrounded by some of the most extensive and vibrant coral reef systems on the planet. These reefs are the lifeblood of the coastal communities. They are a vital source of food, providing a rich diversity of fish and shellfish. They also act as a natural barrier, protecting the villages from the full force of the ocean's power. Life is lived in and on the water. For children, the lagoon is their playground, a place to swim, fish, and explore from a young age. For adults, it is their farm and their highway. The relationship between the Fijian people and the ocean is one of deep, practical respect, forged over millennia of navigation, fishing, and survival. The health of the reef is understood to be inseparable from the health of the community. In many villages, a traditional system of marine protection, or tabu, is still practiced, where certain areas of the reef are declared off-limits to fishing for a period of time to allow stocks to recover. It is a form of conservation that is rooted in ancient wisdom, a testament to a culture that understands its profound dependence on the natural world. For all their apparent remoteness, the islands of Fiji are connected by a network of sea and air routes that are the lifelines of the nation. For travel between the main islands of Viti Levu and Vanua Levu, and to larger outer islands like Taveuni and Kadavu, large ferries are the workhorses of the system, carrying passengers, vehicles, and essential supplies. These journeys can take many hours, and they are a social event in themselves, a chance to sleep, talk, and share food with fellow travelers. For reaching the more remote, smaller islands, small motorboats and longboats are the primary mode of transport. These journeys are a beautiful and humbling reminder of the ever-present sea, a force that is both a connection and a formidable barrier. On the main islands, a network of roads connects the major towns and cities. The public bus system is a quintessential Fijian experience. Often brightly colored and open to the windows to catch the breeze, the buses are a cheap and reliable way to travel, with loud music often providing the soundtrack for the journey. This blend of modern convenience and profound isolation is one of the defining paradoxes of Fijian life. In the capital city of Suva, life can feel urban and fast-paced, with modern shopping malls, office buildings, and traffic congestion. Yet just a short boat ride away, one can find a village where life continues at a much slower pace, where electricity may be limited, and the rhythm of the tide is the most important schedule to follow. In recent years, the spread of mobile phones and the internet has begun to bridge this gap, connecting even the most remote communities to the wider world, allowing for mobile banking and easier communication with family members in the cities or overseas. It is a carefully negotiated reality, a testament to the ability of the Fijian people to adapt and innovate while preserving what they hold most dear. For the young people of Fiji, growing up here offers a unique and complex blend of immense freedom and inherent limitation. Education is a high priority, with a strong emphasis on the importance of schooling for creating a better future. In villages across the archipelago, the local school is a central pillar of the community. However, for those living on the most remote outer islands, access to secondary education can be a significant challenge, often requiring children to leave home and board at a larger school on a main island. This period away from home is a modern rite of passage. It offers a crucial chance to gain a formal education and to experience life outside the familiar confines of the village. But the pull of home, the deep-seated connection to this unique place, is incredibly strong. After completing their education, many young people face a difficult choice. The search for jobs and economic opportunities often leads them away from their villages to the larger urban centers of Suva and Nadi, or even overseas. This migration creates a quiet tension, a brain drain from the rural areas, and a sense of longing for those who have left. The great challenge for Fiji in the 21st century is to create enough diverse and challenging opportunities to keep its young, educated population at home, contributing to the development of their own communities. It is a delicate and ongoing balancing act, preserving the unique culture and cherished small-scale society while fostering the innovation and economic growth necessary to build a sustainable future for the next generation. The rhythm of day and night in Fiji is a study in stark and beautiful contrasts. The long sun-filled days are a time for work and activity. The energy is focused and productive. The men are out at sea or tending to the farms. The women are managing the household, weaving mats, or selling produce at the market. The days are for doing, for providing for the family, for tending to the responsibilities of community life. As evening descends, a different energy takes hold. The fierce heat of the day softens into a warm, breezy twilight. Life turns inward, toward family and community. As the light fades, the village gathers. This is the time for the evening meal, for sharing stories, and for drinking kava. The sound of laughter and conversation drifts through the village, punctuated by the gentle strumming of a guitar or the harmonies of a church choir practicing. The quiet nights are a time for rest, for connection, and for recharging the spirit, ready for the new day. The sky, free from the light pollution of cities, reveals a breathtaking canopy of stars, a nightly reminder of the vastness of the ocean and the universe that surrounds these small islands. Life in this remote and beautiful corner of the world is not without its significant challenges. The tropical climate, for all its life-giving warmth, can also be a source of immense danger. The cyclone season brings the annual threat of powerful storms that can devastate villages, destroy crops, and threaten lives. The reality of climate change, with its rising sea levels and increasing storm intensity, is an existential threat to these low-lying islands. Some coastal villages have already been forced to relocate to higher ground, a heart-wrenching process of leaving ancestral lands behind. The economy, with its heavy reliance on tourism, is vulnerable to global events. The cost of living is high, an unavoidable consequence of the fact that many consumer goods must be imported over long distances. In the remote outer islands, access to healthcare and other essential services can be limited, requiring long and expensive journeys by boat to the main islands for anything more than basic medical care. So why do people choose to stay? Why, in a world of seemingly limitless options, do they remain rooted in this small, remote place? The answers are as varied as the individuals themselves, but they often circle back to the same core, fundamental themes. They stay for the profound, unshakable sense of community, for the feeling of belonging to a place where people genuinely know and care for one another. They stay for the unparalleled safety, for the simple, priceless freedom to let their children roam and explore without fear. They stay for the peace, for the pervasive quiet that allows for a deeper, more meaningful connection to oneself and to the natural world. In a world saturated with noise and distraction, Fiji offers a rare and precious silence, and above all, they stay for the unbreakable connection to home, to the Vanua, a concept that means not just the land, but the people, the customs, and the spiritual beliefs that are all interconnected. It is a connection that is forged in the sun, in the sea, and in the shared, collective experience of living in a place of vibrant, life-affirming, and enduring beauty. It is the feeling of having roots that run as deep as the coral reefs themselves. Fiji exists in a delicate, beautiful, and constantly negotiated balance between the old ways and the new, between the untamed wildness of nature and the growing influence of the modern world, between a cherished community and the aspirations of the individual. It is a place shaped by the trade winds, the ocean, and a quiet, unyielding, and deeply admirable strength. Here, life is not measured in grand events or dramatic upheavals, but in the steady, dependable rhythm of the seasons, in the warmth of a shared meal, in the comfort of a familiar story, and in the simple, profound beauty of the everyday. It is a living testament to the idea that in a world that is constantly, relentlessly speeding up, there is still a place and a deep human need for a quiet life.